Public service announcement. If you're one of those responsible dog owners and you go and bring a bag to pick up your dog poop, guess what? Take the dog poop home. Don't throw it on the trail. The poop fairy is not real. Repeat, the poop fairy is not real. Have a nice day. Good morning, friends. Welcome to today's Outdoor Adventures with Shane. Today we went over to Spring Grove, Minnesota. There's a trail over here that Hadley and I found out about when we went to Key High for one of Grady's baseball games. There's a trail crossing in the middle of the Blacktop Highway. We're wondering, what the hell is this? What trail is this all about? So after doing a little research, we found it, and it's the Norwegian Ridge, the Norwegian Ridge Birding and Nature Trail. So as you can see on the map behind me, there's about 3 miles of trails. There's a mile loop, there's another loop you can do 2 miles, and they just got into adding a 3rd mile loop. And also way on the far end, south end of it is a sugar shack. Maybe if we might get lucky, might be able to get some maple syrup today. So, well, there's another tidbit of information is there is these little signs that has little QR codes on there. You scan the code and it tells you about the birds. And I'll have to look it up when I get home. But there's, I think, 50 to 60 different species of birds that are found around here during different times of migration. So, well, tag along and let's go check it out. Here's an example of one of those signs that's telling you about. This stuff is nasty stuff. If you want to see some nasty blisters, yeah, go check out, Google this one, wild parsnip. You don't want to get involved with this stuff, as it sucks. What in the heck do we have here? Some nice benches. Interesting little book library. Logbook inside to sign. Otherwise, it could be the world's largest probably not the world's largest. Could be a big geocache. We come to a fork in the road. Go that way if you want to go and only do a mile loop, or continue on this way to do the 2 mile trail. So off we go. Can't settle for 1 mile on a beautiful spring day. Gotta have Doritos. another key important thing when out on the trail is always make sure you have something along to drink. You gotta stay hydrated. Stay thirsty, my friends. It's a spot every time. Interesting thing with northeast Iowa and southeast Minnesota being up here in the bluff country is you get in the middle of the woods and side hills, you get all these real rock outcroppings out of the middle of nowhere. And feel it close. Little ice formations from the snow melting and refreezing on top. Here is the Sugar Shack. Seeing it on the map, the trail map that I printed off online, but don't know how it has no information about it whatsoever. So it's still in operation because obviously all the trees are all tapped. You can see the lines, so they do it a little different here, it looks like. So instead of collecting in buckets and such, it's all tubing from all the trees. No idea how many trees are tapped or how much they produce, but it all flows downhill to that big bulk tank. And I'm sure there's probably a valve on there that they open up and that goes into the Sugar Shack where they boil it down into maple syrup. Would be pretty cool to have it in operation today. We'd go inside and take a look, but I'm not gonna go in there. So hopefully, I wish they'd post some information on their website, but if anybody knows anything about it, comment down below. Here we are closer to one of the trees that are tapped. You can see an old hole right there they must have used in a previous year. But drill a hole into it, put the tapper in, hook the tube up. Don't see anything really flowing right now. Don't know how much actually comes out at one shot either. But hooks into the main tube. And as everything goes downhill, then the other tree right there hooks into it. And that tree, and that tree, and that tree, and goes on down to the bulk tank and then to the Sugar Shack. It's a pretty nice process here, especially if you have hillsides to do this. And I couldn't tell you how many miles of tubing are up in here. Still a little bit of snow with shadows and fence lines. A little post hole. Not terribly bad though. There are 2 road crossings on this trail, so be aware of cars. Because I don't know how much they'll slow down, what the speed limit is or anything. But there are trail crossing signs. So, sort of a blind spot, not quite. That's coming from the mile loop. Looks like there's somebody up on top of the hill. Or it could be a little barn thing. But we gotta go this way. Oh, some wood ducks just took off. Neat little old pond. Even got some sunbathers out on the pond. 2 painted turtles. Well, that concludes the 3-mile loop we just did today on the trail. It's pretty neat with all the different signs and such that explains all the different birds you possibly could see. Some we did see today. We did see a rooster pheasant, a couple of hens, heard some woodpeckers, seen some wood ducks. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see this place in like a month or so, especially when all the wildflowers start blooming in the woods. It'd be pretty cool. Seen a couple spots for some, I'm not gonna say it, more mushrooms. So no, everybody go rushing here. I'm gonna go check it out. You know, I'm sure there's like 55,000 people already know about it. At the entrance of the trail, there's a donation box. Throw a couple bucks in there. These trails, I know with gas of lawnmowers and stuff to go and mow and fix the bridges and stuff, every little bit helps. I also want to give a shout out to Red's IGA for letting people park in their store's parking lot. That's the local grocery store here in town. So, well, subscribe, comment below, click like, hit the bell notification after you subscribe. Let's get this up to 100 viewers. I'm up to about 75 right now. So share the video if you like what you see. Found a whole bunch more trail maps to go on this summer on some overnighters. And of course, definitely want to get back up to my favorite spot. You all know it, the Spear Hiking Trail. So until next time, live life, don't live in fear, or you're gonna miss it. See you on the next one.